Hello friends, today our topic of discussion is what is trade, types of trade and aids to trade. First of all, let us understand the concept of trade. Trade refers to buying and selling of goods and services for money or money's worth. It transfer or exchange of goods and services for money or money's worth. The manufacturer or the producer produces the goods, then moves on to the wholesaler, then to the retailer, and finally the ultimate consumer. Trade means buying and selling, the system or channel which helps the exchange of goods. Now let us understand various types of trade. Basically, trade has two important types: home trade and foreign trade. Under home trade, again we have two important types. These are wholesale trade, retail trade, and under foreign trade we have three important types, that are import trade, export trade, and interpret trade. Let us understand one by one in detail. Home trade means the purchase and sale of goods inside the country is called home trade, also known as the domestic, local, or internal trade. It is conducted within the political and geographical boundaries of a country. It can be at local level, regional level, or national level. Hence, trade carried out among the traders of Delhi, Mumbai, etc. is called as the home trade. Internal trade can be further subdivided into two groups. First is wholesale trade, and second one is retail trade. Now let us understand wholesale trade in detail. It involves selling of goods in large quantities to the shopkeeper. It involves buying a large quantities from the producer or manufacturer and selling the same to the retailer for resale to the consumers. The wholesaler is a link between manufacturer and retailer. A wholesaler occupies prominent position since manufacturers as well as retailers both are dependent upon him. Wholesaler act as an intermediary between producers and retailers. Now let us understand next type of home trade, that is retail trade. It involves buying in a smaller lots from the wholesaler and selling in a very small quantities to the consumer for personal use. The retailer is the last link in the chain of distribution. He establishes a link between wholesaler and consumer. There are different types of retailers, small as well as large. Small scale retailers includes hawkers, peddlers, general shops, etc. Now let us understand next important type of trade, that is external trade, also called as the foreign trade. It refers to a buying and selling between two or more countries. For instance, if Mr. X, who is a trader from Mumbai, sells his goods to Mr. Y, another trader from New York, then this is an example of foreign trade. External trade can be further subdivided into the groups. First is export trade and second is import trade. Export trade, when a trader from home country sells his goods to a trader located in another country, it is called as export trade. For example, a trader from India sells his goods to the trader located at China. Now second one is import trade. When a trader in home country obtains or purchases goods from a trader located in another country, it is called as the import trade. For example, a trader from India purchases goods from a trader located in China. The concept of trade. Now let us understand what is meant by aids to trade. Institutions that are means and built to assist and support the trading process, that is called as the aids to trade. Means all those things which are helpful to trade, such as banking, transportation, insurance, warehousing, agents, finance, advertising, and communication. These are the examples of aid to trade. Now let us understand one by one. Commercial banks and other financial institutions help the seller and the buyer in receiving and making the payments from the customer. Transportation, the goods reach the customers by different means of transportation like air transport, road transport, rail transport, sea or marine transport, etc. Insurance, in the transfer of goods from one place to another, there is a risk of loss due to an accident, fire, theft, etc. The insurance company help out the trader with this problem through insurance policy. Now next is warehousing. A need for warehousing arises in order to store the manufactured goods. Agents, they are the person who act as the agents of either buyer or seller. They perform these activities for commission. Finance, financial institutions provide long-term finance to the producer. Advertising, advertisement is an easy way to inform the large number of customers about the goods. This can be done through TV, newspaper, radio, etc. Communication, the producers, wholesaler, transporters, banks, warehouse keeper, advertisers, and consumers live at different places. They need to communicate each other using mobile. Thank you.